Hello everyone, my name is Barbara. I'm a Polish girl who lives in Ireland and likes to knit, and today I have episode 72 eventually because, oh my, it was ages ago when I had a longer chit chat with you. If you're looking to find me somewhere, all the links down below, basically to social media, to my shop, to my designs. Most of the time I will be as KnittingILove, so you can call me that way if you want to. But as a designer, I probably should change that because my surname is quite difficult, but not really. On the screen now you can see it. So my name is Barbara Nalewko, and that's how Ravelry kind of led me to go. Maybe I could change it to KnittingILove because that's also the name that I can go for. Anyway, I'll be chit-chatting about a few things, about my whips, my things that I want to knit, some patterns in mind that I have and I want to share with you and know your opinion about it, because why not? And before we start, just to let you know, all the timestamps are down there, so if you want to skip something, just go for it. Let's see how it goes. So what I'm wearing, the first thing what I'm wearing is, let's say, from the sweater. I on this channel post finished object videos, so you can definitely check playlists and you can go by hats, garments, shawl, toys and so on and so on. So you can check what kind of garments I knitted, and this one is my last pure joy, let's say it that way. It's a fingering weight sweater I knitted in Holz yarn, and my first time knitting with this yarn, pure joy, and I live in it. I love it so much. This is Skein Dear by Ellie. So I put the link down below to her podcast and her podcast. And definitely you have all the links under the finished object video for Isbra sweater. Or you can always go, and down below is my project page on Ravelry, and I have it nicely sorted there, and there's links to finished object videos and the stuff like that. So also something to check out. The second thing that I'm wearing is my full up knees hand. This is my the third one is still here. Second one, and because it's kind of cold, I'm not sure what has happened, to be honest. It was so nice, the weather was brilliant, and even I posted a video when I got a tunnel, you know, for gardening, so you can check it out. You can find a video, and basically that tunnel survived 7 days. That was, everything was fine, and then we hit a storm. I think it was Hannah or Helena, I don't know the name of the storm, but literally destroyed it. There was probably a way of fixing it. Hopefully we're going to do it this weekend, so keep finger crossed. I am showing you afterwards, so basically, let's say gardening, a video too, but on my old channel. So on the screen you can see my old channel. It's very old, so you can find some knitting things over there. I was kind of starting things, and someone told me about you know, podcast and things like that, so that I could kind of move things around. And yeah, if I hit 500 subscribers, I think I'm over there just away by 8. Then I may be posting things about my gardening over there, because probably you're not interested in gardening. And I'm a pure beginner, so there'll be loads of mistakes. Anyway, so this is full of Minis hat. So this is a full of Minis hat. It is my design, and I'm so happy you like it so much. There are many people who got the pattern and they're in the middle of knitting it. I'm so thrilled. It is, you need 24 5-gram minis, so literally tiny things you need. So for instance, this is like 5 grams. So something like this you need to get all that stuff, and I am so happy. There are more things. People start using hashtag, which is full of Minis hat, and you can check the project on the projects page on Ravelry. So yeah, go check it out. And if you have any leftovers and you don't know what to do with them, you can play with that. My suggestion is to start with the dark one. I think that's kind of frame the face. Second of all, always have a color catcher when you're washing it, because you're using probably in the dyers or mixed yarn. You don't know how they're going to behave, and if you have a light, beautiful colors, you know, better to be safe than sorry. Okay, I thought it's going to be a short one, and I'm already chit-chatting for too long. Okay, what's off? let's take my phone and go through it. Right, so the first video that I posted after my episode 71, it was a garment, and I'm finishing with a garment, amazing. Anyway, so it is White Horse Sweater by Caitlin Hunter, and this is for DK weight yarn. At least you know the gauge you need to get, and that's what I would need. I didn't have the DK that I would really like to put into that design, so I used a fingering weight yarn hold double. And by fingering weight yarn, if you don't know what that is a sock yarn. So basically we're talking about 425 meters per 100 grams, or slightly less, like maybe 400 meters, maybe 385 or something like that. Not sure if down below under 400 is that a fingering, but some people say it is. Beautiful sweater. It's a lace yoke, you knit it top down, and I love it so much. And what else I can say, you know, you have to check that video definitely if you're interested to knit it. I'll tell you more about it and all the links under each video, so check that too. And then we have a vlog. We went for a weekend to Connemara. This is a beautiful area if you're around Ireland. It's like wild thing, but in a safe way. The guys went over there to take part in a challenge, and you can check that on Wycieczki Irlandia, so I put the link down below. Well, I don't have to put the link down below, you have the link under this video, so check that video if you're interested. So basically I stayed and I was knitting, so you could see my knitting, you'll see the beautiful view, went for a walk, and so on and so on. So if you want to have a glimpse of Ireland, especially that part, go check it out. It's a really, really nice place. Although it takes a while to get there. But for me it's not a problem. I do not drive there. Always Sebastian does it, so I have plenty time of car knitting. So knitting. That's for me. And we're goofing around a little bit too, so yeah. Then the next one is let's swap socks. Because I knitted socks with a beautiful yarn that I got, and I actually have these socks here, and I opened a thread on Ravelry, so hopefully you watch that video, and I'm going to draw a winner, and I'm going to do it in a sec, but basically it means that I placed the heel in the wrong position, and it means that the whole leg is like 12 inches long. Well, not a leg, a foot. So I said, well, there's definitely some human there needing socks like this. I will swap it for yarn and we shall see how that goes. Maybe someone will, maybe someone won't. I think I got 2 posts and I had to use random number generator, and the winner is on the screen now. So it's Karimi from United States. So please get in touch with me. I'm going to maybe reply, post your, I'm going to edit that thread and add that you are a winner. I'm sorry that other people did not win. Maybe it happened again. You never know. You never know. With me, you never know. But anyway, the yarn is beautiful, and this is yarn that I got as a gift from, look how big it is. Like, are you serious? This is loads of knitting. This is loads of knitting. But anyway, things happen for a reason. And this is from Untitled, and beautiful yarn. You can buy it in Ireland online shop, and yeah, I'd really recommend it. And it was really fun because in the one ball you have 2 strands, so the socks are identical. So let's check this out. Ta-da! So cool. So 2 at a time, lovers. Definitely knit those babies. Okay, so hopefully a person will get in touch with me, and it's not like, if not, there'll be another person. And yeah, thank you so much for having fun with me. Now the next one is my design. So this one I published Just Try Cable Hat, which is this on the screen. I got this beautiful yarn to try from a Canadian indie dyer, and this is Alison Barnes. So here it is. I love it. Here it is, and it has a bit of a section for the cable. Then you can relax, because that's why it's your first one, if it is your first one, or it's something that you want to knit, be engaged, but in the middle you want to break. That's the one. And then there is a beautiful cable cable crown to finish, and then it gives a really nice effect. So yeah, I really recommend you to go and check it out. And maybe what I'll do, for a limited time, I will sneak in over here 10% for this hat, and the code is over here, try 10. Now, a next one is unboxing, and this was Knitcray. Knitcray are sending 2 boxes my way, and I'm so thrilled and grateful for that. I can open it in front of you. That's pretty much a deal that I have with them, that's all, but I love their yarn, so I'm knitting with it too. And I'm planning to knit with the one that I got, a sweater. I got these beauties. This is DK yarn, and what we have over here, it's merino wool and cashmere. I know, I don't think it's my color, but I was thinking if I mix it with brown, it will look really nice. What do you think? I'm so pale. That's about Ireland. There's no sun, there's loads of rain, water. But the color name over here is Leaf Eater. It's like a bug. Anyway, so beautiful. So thank you so much. I heard from some of you who are getting the boxes, you got these too. I'm so thrilled, and I'm so happy that you love it, and especially the base is so nice. So we shall see where that goes, because actually I have kind of sweater quantity with the yarn that I got from Knitted Crate, and I did a swap with a viewer, Lisa. I still have it here. I hope you can see it. So I know it's kind of tempting me to cast onto, and it has sparkle. I'm not really a sparkle guile. Oh my, guile. A person. It would be quite outside of my comfort zone, but you know what? You never know. And I was thinking I would go with it with the cardigan, but you know, I'm kind of a sweater person, just popping in. Okay, next one. And then I have that vlog, and I have the gardening. I thought it'd be a brilliant idea to show you my complete failures. I did not know that it will happen so fast in 7 days that the tunnel is going to collapse. That's a gardening thing. Obviously you don't have to watch it. That's why there are titles under the videos. If you're not interested, do not watch. And then we have another vlog, which is Bubbles Yarn Retreat. I went to Bubbles Yarn Retreat, which is organized by Grace, and she does it in a beautiful, beautiful hotel. It is a hotel, but it's like, they call it a house, but it's amazing. Anyway, you need to watch this vlog. Don't watch the gardening part, but this one you do. And because the retreaters, people who joined Grace over there, they really wanted to see my pouches, so I took some, and Grace said, you know what, why not, you can vent over here too. And I did a bit, so I really like that. That was really fun, a little bit stressful, so I'm not sure am I the type of person doing that all the time. So yeah, I really love my online shop, and I really love packing the orders and, you know, putting some extra bits here and there. So yeah, check my shop if you haven't done it yet. And then we have botany socks. So basically it got really stressful, tense, let's say that way. I got busy, and because of many things, people are going on holidays, you know, you have to do more stuff than usual, people want things from you, and so on and so on, and I just needed something that I don't have to focus so much. I'm not sure, do you have the same thing, or is it knitting for you is just, no, I'm knitting when I have sitting moment and I'm relaxed, it's me time. For me, knitting is not really that easy. I would not have like just me sitting time, and I presume most people wouldn't. Anyway, so I knit in the car, I knit going on a break, I knit a bit at work, I knit a bit when we're on the trip, I knit a bit everywhere before I go to sleep. I knit a bit everywhere. I'm waiting for bread to, you know, pop in and anything like that. So at this time, somehow I'm drained to use leftovers. Not mine though. My friend sent me a bunch. And this is on the screen. One, Botany Socks, we found it, Knit Picks yarn, and we found it's Botany Socks. Basically what I do, I just split it in half. I do not think about matching. Go until I run out of yarn. Depends, if the ball be bigger, then you know, but they're sometimes small and tiny. So these were the ones. I finished already 2 pairs, so I'm going to post them after 3 pairs after this episode, so I will not, I'll show you a bit. Eek, eek. Do you recognize any? So yeah, that's fun. So I would be tempting you to go and check those videos when I have them up. And yeah, so I'm kind of drawn towards that. So if you have, I'm not saying sending, you see the post went up, but and I know some of you are asking me to do swaps and stuff like that. I really can do that with few people, and I'm so devastated that I don't have more knitters around me, because that would be just amazing. Pop in and say, you know what, I have one. Do you have one? Do you want to swap? Let's do this. So anyway, so yeah, that's so much fun. And I'm lately just drawn towards the 9-inch. I'm actually have another on my needles, so I'm going to show that in the, on what I'm knitting on section. Let's move on to this beauty. I've already told you this is Isbra sweater by Skein Knits, known as Ellie. I should know the surname because actually I know the surname, so I'll definitely pop it over here, because this is not one of their Skein designs. It was published first in a magazine, or check the video, you will definitely have information over that. And I put everything over there that I know of, so hopefully if you have any questions, you would put comments down below under that video. So I would encourage you to watch it, and that's basically what I try to do. I try to record a video that if I watch it again, I would understand everything what I'm talking about. So hopefully I succeeded. Sometimes I don't, so. Anyway, so that's that in regards what you can check on the channel right now, since my last Knitting I Love podcast episode. And now let's move to the section what's on. So what's on my needles, what's on my chest. So basically, let's go with whatever I can see. I showed you already my Full of Minis hat. I started this hat in January, and it's all done with the minis that I got from friends. So I think up till here, this is a section from my friend that she sent it to me. Actually during the advent calendar swap, I had so many, you know, you can knit a bit here and there. Then I got some minis during the Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and I knit them too. And then I got 1 or 2 minis during the Bubbles Yarn Retreat. So I even have Laura's over here. I'm not sure if Laura's watching, so I have it over here. And the next thing what I need to do is to make a pom-pom, which basically means that I need to find a pom-pom maker, because I put it somewhere and I know what it is, and it's not the bigger one, it's just the one just slightly on after that. And I need to put a tag. Am I going to wash it? No, I don't wash Full of Minis straight away. Obviously I will be washing them once they get dirty, but I got already, wait a second, these. It's not a commercial, but if you're in Ireland, you can definitely check it out and get those. I'm not sure they use this, something like that, and I've never used it so far. So how does it look? They're like sheets, and I have 24 of them, so they're very, very thin. Me and my amazing purchases. Which, by the way, you know, rarely happen on this channel, but they did happen. They did happen. Okay, I bought something during a treat. That's what I want to say. And during the Connemara, that's what I want to say. So I presume at the end I will have some acquisitions to show you. Hopefully I show you everything. Right, so that's one thing. Almost finished. Then I have another one. I was knitting, yeah, just basically after the last episode, I started to knit a hoopla hat by Diana Walla, and I finished the hat. So I'm going to, you know, I need to put the tag, and I need to make a finished object video, and then I'm going to block it because it's going to be a gift. And I figure out with the leftovers, because I use Barocco, that's 50% wool, 50% alpaca, I decided to kind of modify the pattern and do a cowl. So you can see it. These skeins are generous. This is 115 grams, so I'm not sure will you be able to do that. And on the way to dentist, I decided to weave in ends. And instead of doing it as normally I would do one at a time, I decided to do a few, chop it, and then do another bit. But when I was chopping the last one that I thought that I weaved in, it occurred that I didn't. So I'm thinking, it's here. I'm thinking to record a video, me trying to fix this mistake and see how that goes. So, I need time. But that's, again, something will pop in on this channel. I still have socks that I finished, and some people were saying that I could write down the pattern for them. I don't think I will. Because you see, the yarn does not really show the pattern. I would have to re-knitted them, and if I would re-knitted them, I probably would add something else. So we shall see how that goes. So I'm going to record a finished object video for these two, because the yarn that I used was the Lang Super Socks. So it's kind of finished object, but it's still on my head, on my mind. Now let's move on. The next thing that I have, maybe let's go to socks, because obviously because obviously I have to have something on my needles, and this is it. This is what I do lately, basically knitting around on 9 inches all the time, and I don't want to think because I need to think about all the things. So I can't think about knitting, I just need to knit, if that makes sense. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. So anyway, over here you could see a bit of other needles, so maybe closer. These are also leftovers from my friend. I'm not sure what it is, there's nothing about them, so if you know, you have a gist, there's definitely fingering. So over here I used, I keep needles to knit toes, heels, but the rest I do on the 9 inches, and I basically just stick them here and clip through the material. Fabric that I'm creating, although I could literally pull the cord and just clip it with a cord, as I normally would do for hats. But how pretty. And you can see there's new things in my shop. Hopefully you can see them. This is fruit markers, KnittingILove markers. You can check hashtag, and these are fruits, so they're 2 in 1. You can use them as progress keepers, or if you pull this thing, it creates a loop. And you can use them as markers too. So yeah, check them out. Okay, so the yarn looks like this. I have a lot of it. I'm thinking of doing shorties anyway with those, and we shall see how that goes, because I could actually have 2 pairs, or I could actually swap with someone, which again, not sure it's going to happen, but fine. And for the contrast, I'm using basic drops. I got these ages ago, like it's a deep stash, like 3 years. Drops Fable, this is color 100. I got it at the beginning of my knitting journey, and I wanted something that it's wool, because it is, and 75% wool, 25% polyamide, and I wanted to kind of knit like fingering sweater, but then I got better yarn. I got better in knitting, let's say it that way, so I've decided I treat myself to a better. Okay, I'm back. I think I showed you my stitch markers, and now I'm going to show you my next kind of garment of my needles. I really want to cast on more, and yeah, but anyway, so this beautiful bag that it's local maker, literally local maker. It's My Cottage number 9. Her bags go fast. So check it out. I put a link down below. So nice, so sturdy. It's too pretty to be mine. I got it as a gift, so thank you so much. And as you could see, you have a garment in it. Well, actually, in this bag, if you've seen it, you've probably seen that I had a different project, but kind of it went to the stage of let's wait for winter. And in here I have a yarn that I got from Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and it is Yona. I think this looks like this. Kind of have the same feeling like the Holz yarn. Not really, well, it's thicker, it's DK, so hard for me to say, but it feels like it. I really enjoy it. It has that kind of Velcro pull. That's what wool does. So I don't have a label because I have it in a cone. I still have that much. I hope I'm going to have enough. Apparently they're 500 grams, and yeah, hard to check because of the plastic bit unless I take it all, but I decided one at a time. So where am I, you're asking? And what am I knitting, right? So on the screen, because it is a Welsh word meaning spring, and I think it's called Gwawyn. You see, that's the thing. When I knit something, when I'm looking for a pattern, I look on pictures. I don't look who knit it. I don't look at the name, and I probably should, because people are asking me, it's like, what did you knit? It's like, so Gwawyn, I think. Anyway, I'm going to call it spring sweater in Wales. So if you just go Google Translator and go like that, then you will know. But this has a beautiful lace, and this pattern was gifted to me by my lovely friend on my birthday. It is for me, you know, a special thing. So I wanted to mix a special yarn. I'm not sure am I doing a good job, but I think I was told at least that I read that 2-ply yarns are perfect for lace because the holes are opening up. So we shall see how that goes. I hope I'm doing the right thing. This yarn is amazing. It has a blend of so many breeds. The way I understood it, I don't have this sheet, but definitely check it out. I can't wait to wear it and test it because the knitting it's just butter. I love it so much. I haven't had a chance, you know, I knitted 3 pairs of socks, you know. Sometimes life happens. But I'm at the body. It was just round and round, which I could, but I need to basically now switch to the bigger needles so I could actually put it on me and see, do I need more or not. I went for the waist shaping and hips shaping because I decided, well, let's keep it interesting. Because that's fun in the pattern. They'll tell you only knit by 7 centimeters or do the creases. Then you can knit straight, and then you can just, you know, it's kind of 3-part things. If you knit a straight body, it's just straight body for a long time. So anyway, we shall see how that goes. This one, I went straight. Not sure, does it have, I think there is a recommendation if you want to, you can definitely do it. And he's quite good in that. So basically this is it, and you can see loads of hangling things, and this is, if you're watching it for the first time, this is something that you can find in my shop, which are KnittingILove pouches, and I basically, this is how they use them. I'm not using waste yarn, I'm just using a random sock needles, longer, and that way it'd be quicker for me to start picking up stitches. I actually don't have to pick them because I already have them on the needle. I just need to slide them back to the needle or even start knitting straight away, which I really like. So I have them on both sides, and they don't poke my eyes. This front is here actually, and you have a provisional cast on, which I'm a little bit, then we have that lace panel, beautiful, and then this, and the color is quite, I don't know, I think I'm drawn towards these colors because I'm going to show you 2 swatches that I made, and they're kind of green. Don't know what's going on with me. So anyway, that's something hopefully will be off my needle soon, but not promising anything. Sweater. Okay, and what's going on is still on swatches. I'm going to show you back that I'm holding them in a while. But basically I grabbed the yarn from the knit crate. I'll show you just that at the beginning, which is, I told you, Leaf Eater. We have a merino cashmere, and I made a swatch. Where did I put those swatches? There. So I made them a while ago. I know they're not perfect. This is not the way you do a swatch. No. What I do it, by the way. So anyway, this is a swatch that I just leave for a while, play with it, and we shall see how it goes. I know for this one I used 4mm, and for this I used 3.5mm. But I think they're slightly open. By open, you see, I'm creating a fabric, and then the question is, do I like this fabric? You know, do I see it through? Does it stretch it? Most likely it's like, does it see things through? And even though, let's say, we get the gauge that the designer recommends, but we're using, let's say, different yarn, and or they even may use that yarn, or you using that yarn, but you get exactly the same fabric with the same gauge, but you're not happy because the designer really wanted to have that effect that you can see it through and you don't like it. So what's then? Basically, you need to change your gauge, and then you have to do some maths or just know a bit about knitting to know that if you change that, you will need to adjust the pattern a little bit. It's not bad in regards, it's like with hats, to be honest. Depends, is it the lace, is it the color, what kind of repetitions goes? If repetition has a big, like for instance this sweater has a big panel that you have to repeat, that would be very hard. But if it's something smaller, then basically it's just maybe taking 1 panel off or putting 2 panels in, and that's basically what it is, especially if this sweater is knitted top down, you can kind of work around it. So yeah, so I'm thinking about that. This, you ask, see, kind of green, is a yarn that I got during the Edinburgh Yarn Festival, bought a year before, so we're talking about 2018, and I've never knitted with it, and it has a very strong twist. I actually got 3 skeins, so I got 3 skeins. And this, because I thought, oh, I'll do color work, but actually color work does not really would go really well with a high twisted yarn, and I'll show you what I mean by high twisted. So do you see that twist in the strand? Yeah, that's called high twisted. It's very silky. What we have on here, although it says 100% superwash merino, and normally merino gives that kind of flat color effect, so I don't know, and I'm not sure what I'm going to knit with it, so I need your suggestions, and any ideas will be greatly appreciated. But now, although I made those swatches, you never know what can happen because they're a bit of acquisitions. And I can talk now about acquisitions. Hopefully you stick with that thing, because afterwards it's going to be okay. So now I'm going to talk about acquisitions, but after that I'm going to talk about Ravelry group on KnittingILove. There's a few things. There were patterns and stuff, so if you took part or you haven't taken part because you don't know what that is, go check links down below and join. It's for free, you know, be a member, and if I pop in something there, I get a pattern to give away as a copy, and I put stuff over that. So feel free to join and check that out frequently. Okay, so let's move to acquisitions, because normally I don't have this section at all. Like, who knows when was the last time I had this, some kind of section. So basically my sales went very well in my shop, and I was able to spoil myself a little bit, so thank you so much. And during Connemara vlog, you may have seen the places when I got, well, actually one place I was just able to film. The first one I was so just happy to get yarn that I forgot to film. But it's the only fjord in Ireland, and at the end of this fjord, or at the beginning, I'm not sure which is top, which is down, you have a coffee place, and that's in that coffee place you have some sweaters, iron sweaters, and in a corner you will find some yarn. I got these, I already keep them. Oh yeah, I already have a plan what I'm going to do. I knitted arboreal sweater with this yarn previous year. It was exactly the same thing. Guys went for a challenge, I was getting bored, I got yarn. The same thing, guys went on for a challenge, I would get bored afterwards, we got some yarn. So I know that I'm getting 16 stitches with this beauty, and I want to knit Winter Soul by Jen Steingas. So maybe on the screen I'm going to show you that. The pattern calls for worsted, although the gauge calls for me, DK, 19 stitches by 26 rounds. So what kind of yarn do you use when you get 19 stitches? I use DK. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do a bit of math. I want to do quite the same as I did with Ravelry sweater. There was few changes. I went with the size that I normally would knit because I knew it was going to be oversized, and I did stuff differently with the sleeves, and I did stuff differently with the, well, I did straight body. It's just slightly bits, you know, detail thing on the bottom. So if you're interested in if you like this sweater, check the garments playlists, or you can find also through going to my Ravelry project page, find the garments, that sweater, and you find the information there too. So I'll try to do something similar, maybe not that big, because I'm going to say bye-bye to that sweater, arboreal sweater. I'm going to gift it to my mom. I know she's watching, so probably, well, she knows that. I wanted to gift it straight away to her, but she said, you know what, you need to wear it for at least a year. So let's face it, the year is over, you're getting the sweater. So I need a new one. But Winter Soul, as you have noticed, needs 3 colors. I have some leftovers. I may play with it. Wait. Okay, I won't find it now, and I don't have time. But on that Ravelry sweater, you could see the color, contrast color. I have a bit of yarn, but that's a bit. I'm not sure will I have enough. So we shall see, because that would be really nice if I had those kind of trees and that blue. Will it work with those two? Not sure, but I think it would. Or will. Or just go 2 colors and that'll be fine too. I think maybe it would be, because if I want to have it oversized and I had a big blonde white thing across my chest, I would look pretty huge. So, especially I'm tall. 5'10" by the way. Very tall. You definitely spot me. Especially when I'm wearing a hat. So I think I'm going to go with just 2 colors. Let me know. Good idea? There are few. I'm telling few, even though there are loads of projects, people who knitted Winter Soul, and it's just beautiful. It's an old pattern, but so nice. Okay, and the next yarn that I got, and actually I filmed on that vlog, the shop where I got it in Connemara, is Elvis yarn. This is iron wool from Kerry Woolen Mills. I actually knitted a shawl with this yarn before on the screen. Hopefully I find on the screen. And I was thinking, because it will give you mosaic look. Not mosaic knitting, but you see there's 2 ply and each ply is different, so it gives you kind of moral. I think moral is the word. You know, that stone. So I believe any patterning or stuff will not work with this. It has to be something simple, and then just with this beautiful brown, I hope you see brown, I will just do some bits just to kind of spice things up. But basically, and it's quite affordable yarn. So if you're in Ireland, I would say go for it. Okay, the other one, oh yeah, the other one is not Kerry Woolen Mills. It's, do you know what? Check my project page. It starts with K. Any other acquisitions? Yes, in the vlog I was traveling yarns. When I was able to vend, I was able to earn some money, and when I earned some money, I spent those money. Yeah. Luckily Seb came in with me because I wouldn't have even the money to pay for a soup. Yeah, I didn't have a wallet. Well, I didn't have anything in the wallet. It was like an onion. You open it, you cry. But anyway, so what I got in the hit, I blame Natalie, because Natalie, I know I follow Natalie since I started. Basically, I designed hat because I won her buttons. She's a pottery maker, won her buttons, I think on Instagram, and I decided, well, I'm going to knit a hat that will really suit those buttons. And you know what? I still have it. So I'm going to show you. I'm here. It's called Leaf Hat. So I have a section over here that I can put something nice, and oh my, those buttons are nice. I was so afraid that maybe, oh, I make this hat and it's going to be literally 2 weeks and I won't have it. Literally, this hat I knitted in a few years ago. And look at them, they're so pretty. So basically you have quite a nice leaf, and I know some people bought this pattern, thank you so much, and they just basically knitted a basic brim. And so anyway, Natalie, and I just had to. I was actually looking at it every time I see it, I just drool, but I was just chicken, and it's quite an expense for sure, worth it, but the shipping, the customs, and then will it come in one piece? Scary. So I hope you understand that. So when Grace got this, you know, the cups, I was just, yeah, I hope I'm going to get one. And I promised myself that I'm not going to spend loads of money, because I'll be vending, so people will have first round, so hopefully they get the best stuff. But luckily a cup left, and because I'm in such sweater mode, I got with the sweaters. I love it so much. And you would think it's heavy, but it's not, comparing to other cups. And I love the handle, and basically I washed it, I put it back, and I will cherish it until I die. So pretty. I'm going to cry now. Anyway, the other thing, what I've noticed, I noticed amazing dyer, and she's based in Ireland. She's from Germany originally, and I somehow never came across her. So I was browsing through, I did my walk, grabbed the mug, and then I stopped. And I just sniffed for the nice color. And I sniffed for these. So pretty! And I'm not sure, do you remember my Wild Bloom shawl? Maybe I'll show you in a while, I just have it there. I use it all the time. And I'm thinking of designing something similar, the same construction. Here it is. So this shawl, it's actually designed for worsted, but I knitted it second time just to knit it in fingering and see how it goes, because I think someone knitted it and my draw just went down. So I knitted it, and when I was knitting, I was actually measuring everything and what I need. So for the lace section I use 50 grams, and for the garter section I use 25 grams. And I'm not counting the border, which was just some leftovers, and I literally want to do quite a similar thing. So the border will be with some minis, and the main will be with this. And this was knitted with singles, and I thought everyone is talking about singles, and they're like very crucial. And no, it's holding very well, and it gives that lovely pillow effect, if I can say. So I had to get this. And what I'm talking about, I hope I'm saying it right, Lilo Well yarn. Oh, hopefully you can spot her over here. I definitely put on Instagram and tag her for the, do you see this? Do you see this? Oh my, it's going to be so nice. So nice. And here it's now the single, but the same thing, I didn't have it for a single of that, and I think it will give that nice pop. Gentle. I know it looks this way, but it's going to look quite different when I caked it. I just think so. So what do we have over here? This one is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. We have 20 grams, so 85 meters. And this is 100% superwash merino singles, 366 meters. Oh, I'm so excited. You can't believe it. I believe she's on Etsy, so check this out. Now, so definitely I want to design something with this yarn. I hope you do not mind, and you're so excited as I am to do something with it. I'm still searching for inspiration. I have an idea, but I literally need to do some swatches, samples, and you know, before I actually cake this baby, probably will take a while, but love it. Okay, but that's not all. I got from the same booth a bag, because you probably know Bubbles Yarn. You probably know Bubbles Yarn Retreat hosts got my cottage number 9 bag, so the bag that I just showed you. It's so popular, but as I had that one, I wanted to get a different one, just to support other bio bag makers, and this kind of caught my eye and it just shouted to me. And it's bigger size than the other ones, and this is like perfect for a sweater. So I'm going to have a sweater here. Oh, okay. Is that all? No, I want to tell you that I got some patterns. I get some patterns and I never talked about them. So I got some patterns and I want to talk about them. Let's start. Down below you have a link to my library. So on Ravelry, it's not only you have favorites that you can kind of check out, which maybe you can, once you go to my account, you can click favorites, you can click library, and hopefully it'll show you what I have. But I wanted to point out, even today, I've got a beautiful sweater. It's a fingering weight sweater. It's called Tulip, so it's quite easy to remember, and by Suvi Simola. I hope I'm saying it right. It's a fingering weight, and she calls for 24 by 32 stitches, which basically will be the same kind of count for this, although I got 27. So just be aware in case I'm knitting with this yarn, but I don't think I will. Or maybe I will. Anyway, so yeah, it recommends, I presume I would knit it on 3 or 3.5mm needles, and yeah, I got it. I would have cast it on. It's fingering, it still take ages, but then you live in those sweaters actually. And it calls also for some positive ease. I think 12 centimeters positive ease. So I think it goes up to 143 centimeters bust, or maybe even less. I think 132 centimeters was including that. It's like she has a really nicely written down this finished garment measurements and then your bust measurements. So I think finished garment measurements goes to 132 centimeters. Not sure in inches. And anyway, I also got a mini boy bunny and mini girl bunny. It's a toy. I know I don't knit that many toys, but I really want to. I really want to have 2 days that I can sit down and knit a toy. But these toys, I would have to quite modify because they are knitted flat, not in the round. And then you have to seam them. They're so pretty, but it's like, oh my, painful for me to even start. But I got them. I got both of them. And basically for the boy, you have bunny boy and bear. Sorry, for the boy, you have bunny boy and a bear boy. And then for the girl, you have a bunny girl and a bear girl. And you can match on they wear clothes or with their, and so on and so on. So it's like packed. The pattern is packed. Check it out. So anyway, there's more. If you like something, I would say go to my library or my favorites, check it out, and write down below what do you really like. And so, I can't wait. Hopefully you will go. Let's move on to Ravelry group, which is KnittingILove, so check it out on Ravelry. I had one pattern, well, I got 2 patterns by Jen, but I posted in one thread and I was asking people what other patterns you would like to knit from a Jen's collection. By collection I mean her all designs. So there was loads of suggestions, so you can check it out definitely. And there were 2 patterns that she was gifting, and both are sock patterns. One is called Hint of Sophistication and another is called Dragon Toes. And I've drawn already winners, so the winner is on the screen now, Julie from Canada, hopefully named Julie. So Julie, you're getting Hint of Sophistication socks, so please get in touch with me. I'll try to actually get in touch on the Ravelry, so hopefully you get that message and maybe you watch this. So hello. And the second winner is MRC mate, so Marguerite, and you won Dragon Toes, so congratulations. Like I said, Julie's from Canada and Marguerite is from America, Texas. So wow, far away from me. But also I did this swap sock thing. The socks that I knitted, they're too large. The 2 people I think just posted and I had to use random number picker, and the winner is on the screen now, which is Carry Me, I think something like that. I would read Carry Me, from America. Unfortunately, there's no name included into account, so I do not know, but hopefully I'm going to get in touch with I'm hoping to get in touch with you and we can do a swap, because it wasn't a giveaway, it was a swap. So as an exchange, you'll send me some yarn. Like, I think I used 80 grams, so yeah. So yeah, you can send me some leftovers. I do not mind. If you have some stripy ones, oh, I would like that. And you know, not more than 100 grams, just a flat envelope, put it in, cheapest post. Okay, now let's go to my shop, and I'm the worst, but let's talk about it. You've seen some pouches when I was showing you my work in progress, so that's what you can find in the shop. Also, you can find the shop DPN pouches, so check them out. I'll show you markers that they're there, the 2-in-1, they can markers and progress keeper. So I would just not waste any of your time, just suggest you to go down below and check my little shop, just browse it through. Even if you won't buy anything, at least you'll go on my website and you will see what I have there. So thank you so much for sharing and posting on social media and tagging me when you're using my pouches. It makes my day every day if I see that, because I love them so much too. And yeah, what else I can say? Thank you so much for supporting. That way I could buy yarn in Connemara. I'm not sure what I'm going to do when this channel hits 10,000 subscribers. I should do some special episode, I would think, with some giveaways for sure, but also maybe like Q&A. So if you have any questions, I gathered some questions actually on Instagram, but if you have an idea with more, I could do like Q&A with a giveaway video when it happens. Probably, you know, it will take a while, so no rush. Ask me a question.